What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode. This was a really I felt like it was a really good one. Um Carly. This is the version of Carly I don't like. Rude, dismissive, controlling. This is the Carly that I just cannot stand. And I love the way Britt handled Carly in today's episode. I really loved it because Carly just totally interrupted a romantic moment. We was about to see Jason slobbing Britt down, but of course we had to miss it because Carly wanted to interrupt. Um, and Carly was very dismissive of Britt. Like, she was sitting there talking to Jason the whole time. Oh, we need to talk about the Novak situation. You know what? I'll be at the Metro Court. Come find me when you're done or whatever. And Britt was like, no. Jason was like, no, come back. Is it time sensitive? Is whatever. So Carly was sitting there being all quiet or whatever. And Britt pretty much took the hint. She was like, okay, so that I guess that's my cue to leave since I can't talk business in front of me. And she let Carly know, for future reference, if you need me to leave so you can talk to Jason about business, then you should just ask me to do so. Don't talk around me. I agree with that. And I love the way Britt handled that shit because I agree. It's so dismissive and it's so rude. Like, she didn't greet Britt. She didn't say, hey, she didn't nothing. Like, she just talked to Jason like Britt wasn't even in the damn room. And I hate when people do that. I hate that. Like, don't be rude. It's so rude. It's so dismissive. It's disrespectful. Like, Britt did not do anything to Carly for her to be acting like that. But we all know why Carly act like that, though. We know why, because she's possessive. She's controlling. And here she go. So instead of talking to Jason about the Novak situation, she starts asking him about his personal life. I'm like, the whole reason you came to the gym was to talk to him about business. Why are you inquiring about his personal life? And he didn't want to really talk to her about that. So she talking about, well, it can, what affects you affects me. First of all, no, it doesn't. His personal life has no effect on you whatsoever. It has no effect on you. See, that's where she has it misconstrued. I have friends who have personal lives all the time who date this one, date that one. What they do don't make me shit. Let's just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Who they date has no effect on me whatsoever. Who my friends date, whoever they, with or whatever, their personal life has nothing to do with me. If they call me, as a friend, of course I'm going to listen, if they want to talk to me and vent to me and need my opinion or my advice about something, of course. But I'm not going to be calling them like, oh, so what's going on with you and such? Y'all broke up, y'all did. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I'm not that friend. I'm not doing that. And I feel like Carly need to mind her damn business, and Jason pretty much told her that. Mind your business. Like, she's sitting there talking about something, oh, so what's going on between you and Britt? I know y'all are a thing, but Jason was like, I can't talk to you about that. You know what I mean? And I don't blame Jason for it. It's like, mind your business. Damn. And the reason Jason really can't even talk to her about that because he doesn't even know what's going on between him and Britt. But he made it clear that she's important to him now. You know what I mean? And I can understand why he couldn't go into detail because him and Britt are still trying to figure things out. But it's like, if Carly keeps interrupting, they're never going to figure each other out. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, leave that man alone. She talking about, well, it's not like you're, like you can't have a personal life. Of course he can have a personal life, but you don't need to know every little detail of his romantic life. You don't need to know that. Like, mind your business. Let him figure things out with Britt, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to see where this thing between them is going. Like, is it going into a relationship? That's what they're trying to figure out, And Carly, I just feel like she's jealous. She's possessive. She's controlling. I mean, I understand, as a friend, you want to be there for your friend, but she has I think, a warped sense of what a friend really is. It's like, you take it too far. And Jason pretty much made it clear to her that sometimes, situations are going to overlap where she may need Jason, but he's with Britt. You know what I mean? And I also feel like, Carly has done this for years. Like, even when Jason was with Sam, she's done this. Like every time Carly would come by the penthouse or whatever, Sam would always dismiss herself and leave so they could talk or whatever. But I feel like, you know what, since Carly treats Jason like that and basically, you know, tries to dismiss his woman or whatever when they need to talk, I think Jason should do the same thing. Since his woman can't be around when him and Carly talk or whatever because she wants it to be a private conversation, then guess what? Same rules should apply. When his woman is around or she's not around, Carly shouldn't know what's going on in their relationship. She shouldn't know that. I think it should work both ways, honestly. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and I think that's fair. And Jason had to reassure Carly. Like, I think that's what Carly worries about whenever Jason gets into a new relationship. She worries about her place in his life. And Jason keeps reassuring her, like, you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, I'm never dropping you for anybody. He was like, I'm always going to be committed. I'm always going to be there for you. It's like, damn, just calm yourself down. Like, stop with all this craziness. So while they're talking about that, one of their warehouses pretty much got, one of the spots on the dock got bombed. They got blown up. So somebody's trying to make a move on them. I said, well, damn, now we about to see another war. I really hope Jason don't have to marry Carly because I really do like him with Britt. I really do. And I don't want to see him and Britt mess up what they could, you know, the potential that they could have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that. No. I really do like him with Britt because he seems more fun, more relaxed when he's with her. So anyway, moving on from that, I am super happy my boo Monica is back at the hospital as the new chairperson. She's the new chairwoman of the board. I'm happy about that. And she basically corrected some of the things Cyrus did at the hospital. She reinstated Bobby. My girl Epiphany is back in her position as head nurse. But of course, she's in Cabo right now on vacation. So she'll be back shortly. And of course, you know, Britt was worried about her position as chief of staff. And Monica pretty much told her, she was like, you know, I haven't made a decision about the chief of staff position. And here go Terry, Elizabeth friend. She throwing her hat in the ring as a candidate for the new chief position, for the new chief of staff. I said, hell no. Nope. As much as I like her, she's still a newbie. And I feel like Britt should remain in her position. I know everybody in the hospital don't like her or whatever, but a lot of the decisions that she made as chief of staff, like demoting Epiphany and Elizabeth and firing Bobby and stuff like that, you know, she's not even the one who fired Bobby. A lot of the decisions that she made at the hospital were all Cyrus. That wasn't her decisions. This is all stuff Cyrus told her to do when he was chairman of the board, you know? So I feel like Britt should be able to keep her position. Why should some newbie who's new to the hospital come in and be the new chief? Hell no. I definitely feel, honestly, though, something is brewing between Elizabeth and Finn. I mean, for me, I kind of wouldn't care if they got together. I mean, I understand it's a little weird seeing as how, you know, her sister is his baby mama. I mean, I get it. You know, it's a huge conflict. I get it, but I wouldn't be totally mad at it. But I feel like Liz need to be single for a little hot minute because your husband just died, so I don't think she should be rushing into nothing. You know, but she definitely seemed like she growing closer to Finn. So anyway, moving on from that, this whole Willow-Chase situation is pissing me off. So she was getting ready to tell him about her and Michael, but now this boy talking about he paralyzed. I'm sorry for laughing, but damn, now he paralyzed, so now she got to put off telling him and she got to keep up this damn charade. I'm like, are you serious? Like, y'all really keep coming up with elements so that this man and this girl would stay together? Like, that's so stupid. And he talking about marrying her in the Quartermain garden. I'm like, first of all, if I was Monica, I would be charging you some money to get married on my property. I'm just saying. And I feel like the only reason he trying to get married up in the Quartermain garden because he knows it's going to be free. You know he not being charged. I would have charged him out the ass if I was Monica because you ain't getting married on my property for free. It ain't going down like that, young buck. It ain't happening. But yeah, this is just a hot mess. They ain't doing nothing but delaying the inevitable because at some point he gonna find out about her and Michael and it's just gonna be worse. And I'm like, Willow, just tell that man that you're in love with somebody else. Like, Because when he get to walking again, what's going to happen next? He going to have a heart attack next? He going to have cancer next? I'm just saying, it's like every time, damn, y'all going to keep coming up with illnesses so that way y'all could delay her telling him the truth? Damn. Come on with this now. I'm getting tired of this foolishness. So anyway, moving on from that. Michael is a really good father. I will say that. That man is a good dad. Like, he already got a psychologist, all of that lined up. He got everything he need lined up for the day that him and Willow or whatever tell Wiley about Nina. I mean, not Nina, Nell. You know, he's taking all the precautions and stuff like that because at some point, you know, he's going to have to sit Wiley down one day and tell him about Nell. And Nina wants to talk to Wiley about what Nell could have been. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't allow that because coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're not going to talk about what Nell could have been. We're going to talk about what she was. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of telling him, oh, your mom could have been Oprah. She could have been Diane Sawyer. She could have been... There's no point in talking about what could have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but didn't. So there's no point in doing that. Tell that boy the truth. His mama was manipulative. His mama was crazy. Like, I'm so sick and tired of Nina coming up with excuses for this girl. Like, at the end of the day, she chose to be a psychopath. She chose to be manipulative. She chose to be a murderer, an attempted murderer. She chose this. You know, a lot of people deal with adversities in life, but they don't go around killing folk. They don't do that stupid shit that she was doing. You know what they do? They put on their big girl panties or their big boy pants and they go to work. They do what they got to do. You know? They're not running around here scamming folk just because they lived a impoverished life. You know, they pull themselves up from their bootstraps and they make a way. Nell chose not to do that. She chose to murder people and scheme and plot. That's on her. You know, stop making excuses for it. So Nina pretty much is wrestling with her conscience at this point about the whole Sonny situation. Talking about, oh, Sonny seems more happier in Nixon Falls. And she just trying to tell herself something to make herself feel better about what she doing. Because at the end of the day, she know if the truth come out, she gonna lose Wiley forever. She know it. She's gonna be hated. But at the end of the day, you're taking that man away from his kids, his grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking him away from all of that. And you're taking him away from his wife, you know, from everything that he loves. Just because he went through tragedies in his life and he went through a lot of pain doesn't mean he didn't love his life, you know, that he had in Port Charles, because he did. If he didn't, he would have just left it all behind on his own, but he never did. So she just need to let that go and stop being foolish. So anyway, moving on from that, I am so freaking proud of Molly. Molly done graduated law school. She about to take the bar. She got a job waiting for her as an assistant district attorney. I said, damn, Molly got it going on career-wise right now. I mean, even in the looks department, she just got it going on. I say, yo, her and TJ, they gonna be wealthy one day. I already know it. They gonna be rich as shit. Her being an attorney and stuff and him about to, you know, working to become a doctor, I say, y'all gonna have some coin. Like, God willing, if the show continues on for years and years, they're going to be living in a nice home, nice condo or something. They're going to be living large. I said, okay, I'm happy about this. I want to see more of them, though. But they need to figure out a way to take that damn judge down. Judge Carson. They need to take her ass down because that woman, all type of prejudice, locking people up, her crazy ass. And Molly, you know, she's still questioning whether or not she should take the ADA position. I think she should. Because I believe that you can change the system from within. That's how it starts, you know. You got to take it one day at a time because the judicial system is screwed. You know, it's screwed up. And I think good people need to be in that system to help change it, you know. You can't really do it from the outside. It's better to do it from the inside. So, speaking of the inside, Alexis and Sean, you know, Alexis pretty much was warning Sean that if they go after the judge, it could be some repercussions because Judge Carson, you know, she's a judge. I mean, she's connected politically and everything else, so she can make life for their families hell. So Sean just wanted to drop the whole thing. He was like, you know, he didn't want no retaliation on TJ, and he felt like he only had a couple more years left of his sentence. But I agree with Alexis. It's like, you're in prison for something that you didn't do. But I also agree with Sean. Like, I understand where he's coming from. You know, he's not trying to go up against powerful people. who could make his son's life a living hell. That's not what he wants. You know what I mean? And I do understand where he was coming from with Alexis, like, because he wanted to know from Alexis, like, was she serious about helping him, or was this just some hero complex that she got, some little savior complex? Because I do agree, I understand why he was questioning her motives, because you got plenty of people in prison who are in prison for crimes they didn't commit, but yet she never, when she had her law license, she never tried to help people like that prior. And he felt like maybe she was just helping him because she had a savior complex, plus it was affecting somebody that was close to her. But what about all the people that she don't know that's in prison for stuff they didn't do? I agree with Sean on that. I definitely do. But the warden or whatever done revoked Sean's library privileges and stuff, so now it was getting serious up in the jail, because the guard was up in there trying to manhandle Sean and take him back to his cell or whatever, and Alexis tried to intervene and got herself knocked to the floor, and now she's got to go to solitary confinement. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it was the judge, if the judge somehow found out that they were digging into her old court records and cases and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if she, made that happen for Sean or whatever, got his privileges revoked. I don't see them revoking Alexis's privileges, but they revoking Sean's. I say, yeah, somebody need to get him up out that jail. Somebody need to get him up out of there. I'm just saying. Sean need to get on about that jailhouse. What the hell is this? So anyway, I think that's everything in this episode, I think. I'm trying to think. I think at some point too, and I meant to mention this, I think Finn probably gonna tell on himself, like, about the whole Peter thing, because clearly the Peter situation is affecting Finn. So I think at some point he probably gonna snitch on himself. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because he has a conscience. So I don't see him holding on to this secret for too long, because it looked like it's eating up, it's eating at him. So I can see him probably snitching. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.